Good morning all. Today we want to see about switched mode power supply. What is it does? It converts an electrical power from one form to another form, usually an AC voltage to DC voltage or current. Okay. Example: if you have a box inside your desktop computer or laptop charger, or also you can just imagine about your phone charger or LED adapter. These are the example of SMPS. Let us see in detail. So the main key points of this is the input voltage is around 220 volt and for wall sockets, and output DC line is around 12 or 5 volt or 3.3 volt for the circuits. And why it is used? It is normally a small size and lightweighted and high efficiency compared to the old linear power supplies. And it's mainly found in computers, TVs, monitors, and mobile chargers. Let us see the disadvantages of linear power supply. So SMPS is light and compact, whereas linear power supply is heavy and bulky. And also 95% is efficient as SMPS, whereas your LMPS is 50% efficient. And it also LMPS can step up and down the voltage. Only linear power supply can only step down the voltage. And SMPS is a complex circuit, and LPS is a simpler circuit. So we go for SMPS. So let us see in detail. So in 1970, we used a linear power supply. Think of it. It is a it has a giant value and it reduces water pressure. You waste a lot of heat. And linear power supply takes 230 volt AC and drops it to a huge transformer. Then it burns the excess voltage as heat, and its efficiency is around 40 percentage. So we go for the switched mode power supply. So instead of resisting the extra voltage, SMPS turns the input power on and off and thousand of times per second. Imagine flicking a light switch around 50,000 times a second. When it on, energy flows whenever it is off. Okay. So the basic three steps of SMPS is rectification, chopping, and also high frequency transformer, and also rectifier, output rectifier. The purpose of the rectification and filter is that around 230 volt AC converts to DC. It is a dangerous and high voltage DC. So the main thing is chopper. A MOSFET or a transistor chops the DC into 20 kilohertz or 1 megahertz. This is known as the switch part. And next is high frequency transformer. So here the transformer, because the frequency is high, the transformer is uh, can be tiny, which means a 50 hertz transformer of 100 watts is switch sized. And next is output rectifier, so which converts the pulsed output back to the smooth DC around 12 volt. And next is feedback control. So in the feedback control is the control IC monitor output and adjust the duty cycle. So let us see the types of converter in practical. Okay, so this is an example of a simple SMPS system. And next thing, so here the input stage which converts directly rectifies and filter the circuit combination with any transformer. And switching session is that here power transformer or a MOSFET has been used, and output is a session where it is again rectifier and also filtered to get a required DC. And this is the control unit. So you have a oscillator and an output sensor which performs the filtration operations. And next is something that a buck converter which step down the voltages from 12 volt to 5 volt, and here a pulse width modulation operation has been taken. So this is a practical prototype of the SMPS. So let us go to the advantages and disadvantages. So why engineers love SMPS is mainly size and weight. It is 80% smaller than the linear power supply, and efficiency is less heat and no big heat sinks, and also lower electrical bills and a wide input. It gives a wide input around 240 volt, and cost wise it's cheaper compared to the LPS. And some of the few disadvantages or It is very noisy and complexity is high. That is more parts to fail. One bad capacitor, the whole things will be die. So repair not a beginner friendly, cannot be repaired easily. So in today's class we saw about the SMPS. What is its definition and what are the working principle? It maintains the voltage in on and off load condition and high frequency operation and low dissipation and continuous output. And the next thing, key components are comparison with the LMPS, disadvantages and advantages, and what are the stages of. I hope you understand the session well. If you have any clarification with this topic, feel free to contact me. This is a quiz. What are the main advantages of SMPS over LMPS? So the answer is high efficiency. Next, you can build a compact phone chargers. Why SMPS preferred over LMPS? Because it converts 230 volt into 12 volt. These are your assignments. Try to solve it and approach me. Thank you.